What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Fireside Giants. I'm your host, Anthony Rivardo, and today, previewing the New York Giants Week 7 matchup with the Denver Broncos tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Giants on the road in Denver, playing in the Mile High Stadium with the thin, cold air. It's going to be a fun one. I'm excited for this game. There's been a lot of trash talking on social media between Giants fans and Broncos fans. Some of it's gotten really ugly, and some horrible things have been said on social media from honestly both of these fan bases. I do condone the Giants fans that are saying some of the vile things that they're saying. But hey, Denver fans are being quite vile as well. And so what we're seeing is a rivalry born before us. That's what's happening here. Giants fans and Broncos fans, an unlikely rivalry seems to be forming. And before we dive into the game preview, I'll just give my take on this battle, this war that's taking place on social media between Giants fans and Broncos fans. My take on it as a Giants fan is this. The Giants have not been relevant for a very long time. It's been years since they've gone up against good teams and beat them like they did last week with the Philadelphia Eagles, like they did 2 weeks ago with the Los Angeles Chargers. Those were big culture-changing wins for the New York Giants. They changed the outlook of this team. They changed the current perception of this team. And it's one thing for Giants fans to feel the change. The reaction that the Giants players and success of the Giants is getting from opposing teams and opposing team fans, that to me indicates that there is a true change happening. That it's not just Giants fans buying into their own self-hype, that there is clearly something changing with the perception of the New York Giants where Jackson Dart's given the team a new belief and a new hope. They won a game on prime time and the whole nation saw it. Cam Skadbu is among the most popular players in the NFL right now. Brian Burns is one of the best defenders. The team has an ability to beat good teams right now, and that's put teams like the Broncos and their fans on notice, and other teams as well. And again, I'm viewing all of this vitriol that we're seeing on social media. This is a positive indicator that the New York Giants are on their way to being back. I'm not going to say we're back just yet. Guys, we are still a 2-4 football team. We are underdogs against the Denver Broncos, who are a 4-2 football team and a very good football team at that. The odds of the New York Giants winning this, I think they're higher than most people do, but that doesn't mean they're very high. This is an underdog matchup. So just want to get that out of the way and say the vitriol, I like it. I think it means something good for the Giants. It means there is a perception change. It means people are starting to take the New York Giants seriously again and view them as a threat. And they should. We just whooped the reigning Super Bowl champs on primetime last week. We beat the Los Angeles Chargers in week 4 when they were viewed as the Super Bowl favorites after a 3-0 start to begin the season. The New York Giants are playing much better football this year than they have in years past, especially in big moments. And Jackson Dart has got a lot of aura and has a lot of confidence and has a lot of potential. So things are looking up for the New York Giants. The Denver Broncos, the players sending shots at Jackson Dart, sending shots at the New York Giants roster, the fans sending shots as well. To me, again, it just means the Giants are becoming relevant again. They are actually threatening some of these teams, and now we've got them right where we want them. But the Giants have to capitalize. But doing so, like I said, isn't necessarily going to be easy. The Broncos are a good team, and the Giants, well, in years past, and even at times this year, they haven't looked like a good football team. Plus, they have a lot of injuries. This is where we'll get into the game preview section. If you're looking at the injury report right now, and you know what, why don't I just go ahead and share my screen for you guys, for those of you who are watching on YouTube. You can see here that the Giants have quite a few players ruled out due to injuries. Most notable being wide receiver Darius Slayton, ruled out with the hamstring injury. This will be his second straight game sidelined. The New York Giants do need to add wide receiver talent. They are in the market for a wide receiver. There is a lot of speculation and a lot of rumors and reports indicating that they're making a run for the Jalen Waddles, Chris Olaves of the world. We'll keep you guys posted, of course, on the channel about that. Doesn't seem like anything is imminent. In fact, today, Diana Rossini of The Athletic said that the Giants are not pursuing wide receivers, even though yesterday and the day before, 7 different reporters said that they are. Smokescreen season, guys. We'll just take it day by day. But I do think the Giants need to add a wide receiver. Expect little Jordan Humphrey to be elevated off the practice squad tomorrow for the game. I expect him to be participating and out there in the lineup. Also notable, John Michael Schmitz ruled out due to a concussion. He did not clear protocol. That's a big blow to the Giants offensive line. Not that John Michael Schmitz has been an excellent player throughout his career, but he's definitely beginning to turn a corner. He's been playing better football this season. So that is certainly an important loss for the New York Giants. Now, also Swayze Bozeman and Demetrius Flanagan Fowles. The Giants are exceedingly thin at linebacker. Even Victor Dumacage is questionable. So a lot of depth questionable or out for the Giants at linebacker. Keep an eye on that. That could be pretty detrimental to this team. Jermaine Illuminor will play. He's been dealing with the injury, but he's okay. Chauncey Golston, he has not really made an impact this season. He has a neck injury and did not participate in practice. He is out. So some thinness on the edge, particularly when you're looking at Abdul Carter being questionable. I do believe Carter is going to play. He indicated as much while speaking with the media yesterday, but he is questionable. He is dealing with a hamstring injury, so he could be limited in his role tomorrow afternoon. So keep an eye on that. The Giants defensive line is the strength of this team. Brian Burns is playing at an all-pro level. Dexter Lawrence is playing great football despite not having production. Kayvon Thibodeau is playing really good football. Abdul Carter, again, playing excellent football despite not having production. These are guys you want on the field, but unfortunately, Abdul Carter might not be out there as much as we want him to be. He's going to play, but he might just be limited. So keep in mind about that. That is important to note. There's the injury report. Additionally, the Giants will be without offensive line coach Carmen Brasillo tomorrow. He is not traveling with the team to Denver due to a personal reason. So assistant offensive line coach James Ferrent, he is going to serve as the lead offensive line coach tomorrow afternoon. So hopefully the offensive line is fine and they are able to sustain the success that they've had in recent weeks. But not having Brasillo there is definitely notable and could be quite impactful. So wanted to put that on everybody's radar as well as we look ahead to this upcoming matchup tomorrow afternoon. Now, let's dive into, can the Giants win this game? How can they win this game? Well, first and foremost, they are going up against a very good Denver Broncos team. In particular, an elite Denver Broncos defense. This is one of the best defenses in football, if not the best, pound for pound. They've got the reigning defensive player of the year, of course, in Patrick Surtain, who's playing great. But really on the defensive line, they have some dogs. Nick Bonito is a really good pass rusher. He has a tremendous amount of speed off the edge. He's a really good football player. Him versus Andrew Thomas, that is the key matchup of the game. Let's see if Andrew Thomas can shove this dude in a locker. That's what I want to see happen. Bonito was talking some ish on social media. That's what sparked this Twitter war between Giants fans and Broncos fans. I need Andrew Thomas to shut him up, and I think he will. Now, also Jonathan Cooper, he sent some kind of subliminal shots over to Jackson Dart this week. Now, listen, Jonathan Cooper, a lot of Giants fans have said who? He's a very good football player too. He's a good run defender and a great pass rusher. Essentially, my point being, Broncos have a great defensive line. This is a game that's going to be won or lost in the trenches. The Giants defensive line needs to get home. The Giants offensive line needs to keep the Broncos defensive line from getting home. That's the key to winning this game. How will they do that? Well, in my opinion, it's going to be by controlling the ground game. Cam Scatterbo needs to have a game. Tyrone Tracy Jr. needs to play his part. The New York Giants will not win this game if they do not run the football well. So they have to get the football running well in this matchup. That's going to set the tone and open things up for Jackson Dart. You want to see the Giants facing a lot of single high safeties and loaded boxes so that Dart can spread the football around to Wan'Dale Robinson, Lil Jordan Humphrey, and Jalen Hyatt. It is not a receiving core to write home about. That much is for sure. That's why they probably will make a trade at some point in the next couple weeks. But for now, this offense revolves around Cam Scatterbo, revolves around Jackson Dart, their rushing ability. Both of them are dangerous with the football in their hands. That needs to be the offensive game plan for the Giants. Get off to a hot start, but control the game through the rushing attack of Cam Scatterbo and Jackson Dart. And then defensively, listen, I'm not super concerned about the Denver Broncos offense. They have not looked all that great this year. Yes, they've got a talented young quarterback in Bo Nix. He seems to be having at least somewhat of a sophomore slump. They have some talented receivers. Cortland Sutton stands out as well. They have a lot of different names in the backfield. J.K. Dobbins seems to be their leading back so far this season. There is a lot to be threatened by with that Broncos offense, but I think the Giants defense can match up if the pass rush gets home and flusters Bo Nix in the pocket with some pressure. So again, this is a battle won and lost in the trenches for the New York Giants. The only way they win this game is if the trenches come to play. Offensive side of the ball and defensive side of the ball, the Giants trenches need to put that work in. That's what it's going to come down to. So if I have to give you a prediction, if the Giants win tomorrow, who's the star of the game? Cam Skattebo. Got to control the ground game. And in fact, Pro Football Focus had some great stats on that. Skattebo has an 82.1 overall PFF grade, which is second at the position, and 5 touchdowns through 6 games is third in the league. Giants sit 9th in rushing EPA per play, but the Denver Broncos defense is one of the best units against the run, ranking 7th in EPA per play allowed per rush. So they have a 70.7 grade against the run, which is 11th in the NFL. So Cam Skattebo will have his work cut out for him. Can he elevate his game and run against the good Denver Broncos defense? That is, again, the key for the New York Giants, as well as can Jackson Dart show up against an elite Denver Broncos defense. Again, there's some jawing in the media. I wouldn't say Jackson Dart was sending shots. He was kind of more so just reacting and saying, hey, you know, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to have fun, and hopefully we go out there and get the win. The Broncos kind of picking at him for wearing a chain and dancing, whatever. He's a quarterback with some swagger. Who cares? I don't know why it's a problem to them, but it's going to be a problem when he rushes for a couple touchdowns and throws a couple too tomorrow afternoon, and I can't wait to watch it happen. So really excited for it, guys, and make sure you do tune in tomorrow. We will be doing a live stream and calling the game live here, doing play-by-play on the channel. I can't wait for that. It's going to be a blast, especially if the New York Giants do win. I'll give you guys my game prediction, 24-21, New York Giants find a way to win. Screw it. If you guys don't remember, last week versus the Eagles, I actually did pick the Giants to win that game. I think I picked 28-24 on Thursday night to end the 10-year drought, is what I said. Giants ended up winning by a lot more than that. They ended up winning that game when nobody expected them to. I'm going to pick them again this week. I think they're going to beat the Broncos, and the Giants have a fire lit underneath them. I think Jackson Dart is confident. I think he's excited. This will be his biggest test yet. Now he's the full-time, fully integrated starting quarterback. The teams have some film on him. The defenses do, and he's going up against one of the best, if not the best, defenses in football right now. This is going to be a tough matchup, but there are ways that the New York Giants can win it, and I do believe they have a real shot in this one, and I really freaking hope that they win this game so we can silence those Broncos fans and do our victory laps and trash talk the hell out of them. That's what I need to see. So let's go New York Giants, man. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Ring the bell so you don't miss an episode, and comment your thoughts down below. If you listen to Apple or Spotify, leave us a 5-star review, and go ahead and follow us on all our social media channels at Fireside Giants. Without further ado, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one, and let's go New York Giants. Beat those Denver Broncos, baby. Scatta boom!
Perfect.